sometimes when you have difficulty promoting what you're about to see. Not so this time. Warm welcome, everyone, to the NASDAQ 100 Open. This is live coverage coming up of our feature match of the men's today. Aynaoui and Andre Agassi, Cliff Drysdale here alongside Patrick McEnroe. And I think it's fair to say, Patrick, that the world has really got to love this guy Aynaoui after what he did in Australia. He's just been terrific. And what can you say more about Andre Agassi? He is just the most charismatic star tennis has ever seen.
I could say plenty more about Andre Agassi because what he's doing and what he continues to do has just been amazing, remarkable, one of the great sports stories that we've seen for a long time. Agassi at 32 years of age, he's going to be 33 soon, playing really the best tennis he's ever played. And for a guy who's won 8 Grand Slam titles, who's been around, who won his first title here, Cliff, at this event in 1990. And he is the defending champ for actually the last 2 years he's won this thing. And Agassi continues to play it at a high level. Last year, he took on Roger Federer in the final here, the talented player from Switzerland. And Agassi just won the first 2 sets easily. Federer came back in the third, and then Agassi wins it in the 4th set as his coach Darren Cahill celebrates. This year actually it'll be a best-of-3 set final. They're changing that, but Agassi has won 15 of these Masters Series events, including 5 here in Miami. Cliff.
How about the guy that he's playing against today, Younes? I've said a lot of good things about him already, Patrick. This guy has got not only personality, he's got game.
Well, that's for sure. And you talk about players playing at their peak in their 30s. How about Aynaoui? He's now 31, and he's playing the best tennis that he's ever played. And wow, did he wow the entire tennis world down in Australia with his performance there, beating Hewitt, losing to Roddick. These guys have met before, Aynaoui and Andre Agassi. And we're going to show you a little bit of that one in from Cincinnati at the Tennis Masters Series. This was last year in the opening round. Now, Aynaoui has some serious weapons in his game. The big forehand, the first serve, but it's really the backhand that I think is going to be the key in this one, because Agassi is going to be able to attack that backhand. Aynaoui has to defend with that so that he can have a chance to use that forehand. Look at the quickness from Andre, but Aynaoui is a shot maker. Oh, he loves it out there. Look at that, forehand winner. So certainly Younes Aynaoui is going to have everything working against Agassi.
That's a quick play from Agassi.
Great announcers there, Cliff. Who did that match?
Patrick, it is going to be so interesting to see this today, because you can say all the things you want about Younes Aynaoui. He certainly has got the game to beat Agassi, but I know how you feel about Agassi's game. He's just so dominant right now.
He is, and of course Agassi won that one in Cincinnati, 4 in the 3rd. So the semifinals are set with Moya Srichaphan in the 1 semifinal. Costa earlier today over Roger Federer. All 3 men's quarterfinals have gone the distance, so we'll see what happens in this one.
You ready for this one?
I'm ready, baby.
Okay, it is going to be Andre Agassi and Younes Aynaoui. Aynaoui will serve first. We are live, Stadium Court, NASDAQ 100. This a delayed match, should have been played last night, but the heavens opened up on Key Biscayne and it rained all night. This for a spot in the semis.
Here's that head-to-head. We showed you the last meeting. Agassi's won on two other occasions. Played in the opening round in Cincinnati. This one, the quarterfinals. And that's going to be a big part of this matchup. If Aynaoui can serve well, can win some cheap points with that first serve. And you can see already off to a good start this year. He's won 5 career titles. Actually struggled for a bit after his run in Australia and some of the indoor tournaments in Europe, but I'm probably a little worn out physically and mentally from his run there. That marathon match with Roddick, 21-19 in the 5th set, 5 hours. Quickly to 40-love in the opening game. And the big one from the Moroccan.
Younes Aynaoui, 1 game over Andre Agassi. Agassi about to serve, 7 p.m. tonight. Please join us for another brilliant player. In fact, 2, Srichaphan. He is from Thailand against Carlos Moya, who's had a wonderful year. I've been saying that about a lot of players, I suppose, but believe me, Carlos Moya very, very much in form on the hard courts of Key Biscayne.
What a match he had with Robbie Ginepri in the quarterfinals. 7-6 in the third for Moya. Shrishafan over Todd Martin, 7-5 in the third.
15 left.
Agassi off to a remarkable start this year, 15-1. The only loss to Thomas Enquist in the opening round in Scottsdale. Agassi's shoulder was bothering him in that match, forced him to pull out of the next event, the first Masters Series event of the year, just 2 weeks ago at the Pacific Life Open. His shoulder has been holding up just fine this week in Miami.
He has won more Masters Series titles than anyone. 15. Continues to be a factor in everyone he plays.
They're running out of room for the shields for Agassi. 15 of those.
And he's won, just by the way, every slam. Every one, and only 5 players in history have done that.
For the first time last year, Agassi won one of the Masters Series events on the clay. That was in Rome. And Sampras has won 11. He also won Rome way back in the early stages of his career. Muster, most of his coming on the dirt. Michael Chang on the hard courts. Becker, Courier, Kirtan, and Rios.
15.
Solo Rios comes up with some good stuff from time to time, but he just doesn't stay fit enough to be a serious long-term contender. He was here.
He was here and playing beautifully.
Exactly, pulled out.
Beat Juan Carlos Ferrero and pulled out before his match with Shrishafan.
30 love, Aynaoui, second game. In that third game, it's one apiece.
Off to a very impressive start in the serve, Aynaoui. How impressive? He hasn't missed a first serve. 7 for 7. He hasn't lost a point. His third ace.
For Aynaoui, and a look just at the surround here of this tennis stadium. Agassi serving here. We're on serve, early stages. 2-1 Aynaoui, first set. Live coverage of the NASDAQ 100 Open. We're at Tennis Center at Crandon Park on Key Biscayne, not far from Miami. And a warm welcome to you, everyone. Cliff Drysdale, Patrick McEnroe, alongside quarterfinals delayed men's singles. Agassi, Aynaoui, the winner to take on Albert Costa. all this game. 2-1 Aynaoui.
Feeling that Agassi's going to look to spin that first serve in predominantly to get the ball the Aynaoui back in as soon as possible. And there he swung it out wide and opened it up in the back. I don't think we're going to see Andre go for a lot of big serves, because if he has to hit a lot of second serves, that'll give Aynaoui a chance to step around and hit that big forehand right from the start. And Agassi would be on the defensive. Agassi picking the serve out wide. Gets him in control. The point Aynaoui trying the drop shot, but way too deep, and Agassi's there. He's playing it a little closer than he wanted. Side of the line. Or maybe, as Agassi said, which he once said to me in practice when I was practicing with him out in Las Vegas years ago, Cliff, he kept hitting all the lines. And I said, boy, aren't you hitting a lot of lines? And he said, that's what they put him there for. I said, yeah, for you, not for the rest of us. So they're there for me to hit them.
Yeah, you talked a lot about how when you practice against Agassi, it's like being in the middle of a really hot match. You have to work so hard.
An hour and a half with him is like a 4-hour practice with anybody else.
Agassi holds on, and we've got 2 apiece. That's a look at this great facility from the blimp. Our aerial shots courtesy of Goodyear. I'd like to remind you to take all of life's journeys on the wings of Goodyear. Nice.
Very nice shot we're getting from our blimp buddies.
It's the sound, by the way.
Still
the
sound effects.
Engine.
Little sound effects. Yeah, why not?
There it is. 2-2 first set. You know, I hate to do this to you, Patrick, but whatever, I'm going to. You said for our audience, just the last time I crossed over, you said to me, I know you didn't want me to repeat it, but whatever, you said, Aynaoui can win this match.
Yeah, I think he can. Well, I think one of the reasons I say that is because he's come out in the first couple of games serving beautifully. Look at this, 9 of 9. He hasn't missed a serve. And we saw what he can do when he gets into that rhythm with the first serve in Australia.
15 love.
Finally misses one. The more we had to jinx him, but that's going to be a key. Big second serve too there, and he mixes it up like coming to net.
As a veteran, he got to 7 finals on the tour before he finally won one in January 2002 in Doha.
He's trying to pester that backhand wing.
But the first point against serve?
Yes. First point, well, first point for Agassi. Agassi's only lost 3 points in his first couple of serve games.
He thinks he wasted a lot of those early years and really only started to play, as he put it, in a professional way when he was like 23 years old. Called wide, Aynaoui about to skip to the sidelines. 40-15.
He enjoys that. That's one of the reasons, Cliff, why the fans just respond to this guy. He really shows a lot of positive energy, enjoys it out there. There he goes again. For a big second there, didn't he? 125 on that second serve. Sending a message to Agassi, or trying to, and he feels confident.
This is going to be good. Game point, Aynaoui. So Aynaoui holds on, 3-2. Agassi to serve, and we come back. Quarterfinals, men's singles, live at the NASDAQ 100. On serve in the first set. Agassi Prep is an independent public school that fosters innovation and excellence in education through academic programs designed to enhance students' character, respect, motivation, self-discipline. You can see Andre Agassi there as they are getting ready to dedicate another portion of that school. Agassi Prep in Las Vegas, Nevada. They make so much money out of that thing they put on at the end of the year after the US Open.
So amazing what he does. And they already have grades 3 through 6. So phase 2 is going to bring in grades 7 through 9. And then the plan is grades 10 through 12 in 2008. It's wonderful stuff that Agassi does for his community. And he's got other issues right now. One of them is this forehand of Younes Aynaoui, and look at the beautiful rhythm and the timing, and that thing is so explosive.
15 all.
He's controlling play, but Agassi, you know, Agassi doesn't hit as many winners as he used to, and that's part of his strategy. He used to wear you down, force you into errors, play more percentage tennis. Ability to take the ball early and move his opponents around. He doesn't need to hit as many winners. And you notice Aynaoui trying to keep that, use his backhand up the line, slice it up the line, because he wants to create a forehand for himself on that next shot. And percentages say that Agassi will go cross court with his forehand.
He's never lost to Aynaoui in 3 outings, but I think Aynaoui has ever played better than he's playing now.
Slice there, Aynaoui keeping it low. And Agassi making the mistake. First mini pressure point for someone on serve coming to deuce here. Misses one, he gives you a little something to get a window into his mind, how he's feeling.
I like that window.
I like that, huh?
Yeah. Well done. Game point Agassi. It's true. He shares with his audience. Agassi holds on. It's even, 3 games all.
Aces already. Still yet to lose a point when he gets that first delivery in. 12 for 12. And now we had match points on Hewitt again at the Pacific Life Open in the opening round. Andre on the move, his favorite play here. Slightly mishits the forehand, but it's inside the line. And look at that defensive work. That shot, I mean, Agassi didn't have that shot when he first started on the tour. That slice backhand. He has such good control. Play that on the run, and that's been a big improvement in his game over the years. It's just subtle improvements that even the greats have to make to stay at the top. Oh, yes, he's always had that one. The shot-making genius of Agassi. Miss-hit the return. Aynaoui with a good slice deep, and Agassi just right off the ground, able to control it. That's a ridiculous shot.
And it gives him the lead in this game.
And that's the first time he's had a lead in Aynaoui serve.
15-30. We waited for that one too. And now his choice down the line there with that forehand or the inside out. Agassi guessed right.
Good scouting there from Agassi. He knows that you know, Aynaoui can go either way, but he prefers that inside out. Something that you can be sure Killer Cahill mentioned to Agassi as they prepared for this match.
His coach.
Yes, a tough 1-2 punch there for the Moroccan. Oh, this is fun. This is really good stuff here. Both players playing at a high level from the first point of this one.
Coverage here at the Nasdaq 100 Open. It's Aynaoui and Agassi on serve. 3-4, 15-love Agassi.
The good news also for Aynaoui in these early stages, Cliff, is that there haven't been that many long points, and Aynaoui has to expend a lot more energy because he's always looking to run around and hit the forehand. Which is why he's spinning his first serve in predominantly, is to work the points, to move Aynaoui around as much as he can, take his legs away in the early stages, but he really hasn't been able to do that yet. As you see, talking about the high level of play apparent in that match differential.
Ball to line.
A little bit like Jennifer Capriati and Megan Shaughnessy. Capriati in her match with Shaughnessy putting in a lot of first serves in, much more than normal. 40-love Agassi.
Agassi's at 86%, Cliff. He's only missed 5 first serves. Actually 3. He missed 3 first serves in this match.
And wins another serve game, even at 4 apiece first serve.
What a tournament this is, this Nasdaq 100. I mean, this is just got the big screen out there on the grounds. The fans a little quieter on the outer courts, of course, now that we get to the close to the end of the tournament, but big food courts and activities out there for the fans to enjoy.
15-love.
The old, you know a lot about the food court, don't you? Spent a lot of time there.
Visiting there quite a bit. Look at that for Aynaoui. He still hasn't lost a point when he's gotten the first serve in. Well, I actually go out there and get it myself sometimes. You're sending everyone out to get it for you, Cliff. Oh, boy, this is really good stuff. Aynaoui just stepping around this ball. Agassi slightly jammed on the return. Nasty. Another big serve from Aynaoui.
Patrick, I'm surprised that Aynaoui has been able to be so dominating on his own serve, because he's playing against, I mean, in this match against Agassi. I know he's got a great serve, but hats off to him. Game point. Aynaoui holds on easily. 5-4. Agassi to serve. Semi-final. Continues to amaze everyone. His longevity. 15 love Agassi. 4-5.
Sees the opportunity with the forehand, he'll go for it. Just catching the tape there as Agassi slightly missed it a backhand. Continuing to spin that first serve in, Agassi. 30 love, he figures I can try to put a little more juice on it. And the fourth serve he's missed.
A little safety margin. For that
one. Too many times you're going to win a point like this against Agassi, but now he guesses right. A little flick volley. Showing some nice feel around the net.
Two Spaniards in the semifinals, Carlos Moya and Sri Chopin. They'll play tonight, 7 p.m. live. And Albert Costa took out Federer earlier today in a match that was unfinished from last night. Called it good.
And now he gives a thumbs up to Agassi.
So we will play two.
We saw his sporting qualities, Younes Aynaoui in his Australian Open Classic with Roddick, showing them there again.
Well, after that, he said that Roddick had shown him a lot of the class,
well, they both did. Well, they clearly both did, yeah. Agassi's a little unnerved here. He's trying a little harder than he would like to get the ball away from the Aynaoui forehand, and that's what caused that backhand error. He's concerned. There it is again. He's just a little out of his comfort zone. Agassi.
Set point for Aynaoui.
How about that second serve there? Talk about saving one for when you need it. Jeff Tarango there is working with Aynaoui, and boy, was his guy surprised by that second serve up the middle. Agassi's hit every single one kicking, normally out wide, but he slid that one up the middle.
Wide, barely on the return. Aynaoui trying to keep the pressure on Agassi.
We are right on that line, Cliff, and that is awfully tight. It's just wide, but that's close.
Game point. Delays the stroke, lets Aynaoui commit himself, steers it down the line. Game to Agassi, 5 apiece. Only break. That was that the first break point?
Yep.
So we've only had one chance in the set. It was in the game you just saw. Aynaoui says that his dad didn't want to see him end up as giving lessons at the local tennis club, so he did everything he could to send him to university after high school. But Aynaoui said, I didn't listen. Headed to France, played satellite tournaments. Sort of testing him. A little thrust and parry there from Agassi. So let me try and take a little bit off, see where this leads.
Best rally of the match there. It all started with Agassi taking the return well inside the baseline. First time he's tried that. Aynaoui's going to take his time now. He got to work hard in that point.
Well, now he says something quite interesting. He says, if I had a father who was pushing me every day, today I would not have the character to fight all the matches and be 100%. Sort of interesting thought that. Love 15.
Miss hit there. Ball, I mean, Aynaoui mishit the serve. Only 86 miles an hour. 15 all. Only a handful of unforced errors so far in this first set.
High quality.
There he is again inside there. He did.
Can he hit the return?
Oh, hope we can see this where Agassi takes it from. Look at that. He's a good 3 steps inside the baseline, 118 miles an hour. Look about changing it up.
8 of 9 points at the net for Agassi.
Let's see if he does it again here. He's already starting inside the baseline already. Look at this.
That's the danger. Aynaoui has 6 aces.
Look at Agassi. He's right in there again. Aynaoui adjusts. And a smart move from Aynaoui in those last 2 serves, going wide. Going down the middle where it's easier to handle that big serve if you're in that tight.
Oh, that is a play. I mean, I'm figuring he's going down the line. He's on the run at the forehand. But knew.
Got ourselves a ball game here. Agassi whipping it cross court. The flicker.
He's got some control on that flicker.
Amazing footwork. Rarely can I remember Agassi changing where he's standing on the return of serve, his position. He's so stubborn normally. Oh man, that's just awesome.
The punch from Ellen. Look at Steffi Graf as she watches Habi and Agassi watching, and that little look of concern there on Steffi's face. 15 love. Agassi trailing 5-6.
Agassi handling this overhead from the baseline. Practices this shot quite often, actually. you get maybe 1 or 2 of those a match, but they can come in big times. Talk about using the court. These guys have so much control with the ball. Look at this roller from Agassi. Aynaoui, not a bad reply to that, but Agassi too quick. Takes this one up the line, measures it.
30 love. Takes 2 to make a great match, doesn't it? That's what happened down in Australia. It was Roddick playing about as well as he can play, and Younes Aynaoui and Fuego, both of them. Classic match. This for a tiebreak, first set.
I'm getting a geometry lesson here.
Both got to try to figure it away. They're up against a genius. They both are. Now it becomes a mental battle. We know what the physical boundaries are. They both know exactly what the other guy possesses. So the chess match is underway. First point, tiebreak.
That time Agassi electing to move back on his second serve return. But he paid the price because it allowed Aynaoui to do that, to run around and hit his forehand. And he is so super confident with that swing right now. He can hit it flat. He can put a little more spin on it for safety, as he did on that one up the line. Agassi continuing to use his head with his first serve, keeping Aynaoui out of a rhythm on the return.
Yeah, that says it all right there. Plus 11, plus 8. That is high quality stuff. This is one match where they both know that they're going to have to play above normal to win. Simple as that. Serve. 1-2 Aynaoui to swing.
There.
Yeah, I was going to say risky, but I don't want to be beaten over the head by you again, P-Mac. That was, I mean, he just comes in, bolo forehand. Good play. Two apiece.
That time Aynaoui mixing up his first serve. second serve.
0 points against serve. Sorry.
Yeah, he jammed Agassi on that second serve and unloaded on that forehand again.
2-3. Players will change ends. 3-piece, no points against serve. It's really brilliantly played this so far.
And Aynaoui has tried this one a couple of times. A short ball to the Agassi backhand, but Agassi's just, you know, his antennas are up too much. He's aware of everything, and he gets up to that ball quickly enough to make that a relatively routine swing.
Look at your winners and forced errors here, Patrick. 16-5 for one, 14-5 for the other. Albert Costa waiting for the winner of this match, and Moya Shushafan will play in the semifinals. That'll be tonight, live coverage at 7 p.m. ESPN 2. Costa over Federer match was unfinished. They finished early today. Was so close. Tie break, third set. Agassi holds on.
That was his biggest serve of this set from Agassi right there. 120 miles an hour.
Still no points against serve in the tiebreak.
So interesting the way these guys are thinking out every single swing right now.
Interesting thing to me, Patrick, is that for so many players, it's hard to play professional tennis, and they don't look like they're enjoying it. They don't enjoy it. These two enjoy it. The fight is something that they relish, and it shows. 4 apiece. No points against serve yet. Serve, and it goes to Agassi. 5-4 mini break.
5-4.
Agassi again changing his court positioning on that return. The time well behind the baseline. Defense winning it for Agassi in that point. He was lucky at the end, but boy, did he work well to get himself into an offensive position with the slice backhand. That set up this 1-2 combination with the forehand. And I guess when you do the right things, you catch a break.
The throat. Enjoy. 5 apiece, tie break, first set. 6-5 to Agassi, I dare say. With Albert Costa in the semifinals waiting for the winner, either one of these two would be favored against Costa, and it would be a semifinal match.
Set point now for Agassi.
Agassi, remember, was down 4-5. 30-40 on his serve in the first set. So here is Aynaoui at set point. When you're at this level, no concession to how huge the moment is. You just can't afford to. Aynaoui flowing freely on that forehand. 6 points all, 6 games all.
Lost the first set once in his 16 matches. He's only lost one match this year against Enquist in Scottsdale. Again, Agassi way back there. Now he's going to step in.
That is the worst unforced error that Aynaoui has made in this match so far, and it gives Agassi a second set point, this time on Agassi's serve. And Patrick, you know, we talked about it quite a bit, but about how Agassi's sort of stubborn about where he stands to receive, but I think lately here, I mean, the last 12 months, he's varying it.
He's certainly done it in this first set. He checks the sun.
Set point. Agassi in front of this nearly full house at the NASDAQ 100 has won the first set. Andre Agassi just won the first set in a tie break, and I don't think tennis can be played much better than that set.
Well, we saw both these guys play phenomenal tennis in Australia, and they're continuing to do it here. This maybe was the single best played set of the year. I mean, these two going at it from the start, they were so crisp and clean. Agassi with the topspin lob off the shoelaces. A little bit of everything. Aynaoui using that backhand slice to try to find his favorite shot, the forehand. Look at that. See that defensive shot from Andre. Remember that point in the tiebreak too when he played that defensive lob, and look at the numbers. The winners, the unforced errors, it was literally 1 point that decided that first set.
First point, second set. It's
so remarkable when you look back at as we do in the winners of the tournaments, when we go to them, when we check out, we do our homework, right, Cliff? And we see in 1990 was the first time that Agassi won this tournament. 1990, as a teenager. You see that Jim Courier then came here and won, and of course Pete Sampras, Michael Chang, who had so much success here. Where are those other guys?
Well, it's been a remarkable era. Beyond hope that we have another era starting with Andy Roddick and James Blake, Ginepri.
I don't know if it's going to quite live up to the one we've just seen, though. That's a pretty tough task.
Yes, sir. 40-15 Agassi. First game, second.
Talking about two of the greatest players of all time in Agassi and Sampras. Aynaoui flattening that forehand out. Still game point for Agassi. Michael Chang was the first one to break through at a major. The French turned out to be his only major.
Steers that one for a clean winner, and Andre Agassi leads 1-love in the second. He won the first in the tiebreak. We asked Agassi, do you think about the fact that you're the last one standing?
It's hard not to sort of miss your rivals over the years. I do. Pete and Jim, I mean, these are guys that you grow up with. Michael, I mean, we've had so many matches, so many big matches. But you know, I don't really have time to think about the nostalgia of it or sort of to reflect, because I got so many other guys I have to worry about, and that's sort of what you have to do to stay at the top. And the day that I can't focus on the people that are at hand is the day I can't do this anymore. So there'll come a time for me to really take stock in this sort of part of my career, which is, you know, the part that has taken me over the span of 17 years. But that's not for me right now. I need to get better.
I need to get better.
Wait a second. Hold on a second. The amazing thing is he's doing it. That's
17 years, and he's got to get better.
That's what the guys in the locker room want to hear. Again, Agassi with the defensive work right here. Look at the scramble. Look at the effort. Then he's got some time, and he rolls that cross court. But it was the work in the previous shot that gave him the chance to hit that one.
The really greatest rivalry, clearly, over this last decade has been the Agassi-Sampras one. And it's something, you know, you always ask Agassi, who is your main rival? Pete. And when Agassi was down and out, Pete never stopped saying, Agassi is still my truest rival.
There's the comparison. Slam titles, the singles titles, weeks at #1. Sampras, of course, finishing, was it 6, Cliff? 6 straight years at #1. Yep.
Record.
Agassi needs a couple of more majors, in my mind, to be closer to Sampras. I think right now it's pretty clear that Sampras is ahead of him. You know, 6 more majors is a lot. Agassi can get into double digits, considering the fact that he's won on every surface,
including the French. Yeah. Which Pete was never able to do. One game apiece. Agassi at 15-love.
Nice if we could get some of that stuff up to the booth, Cliff. Get a little lunch break here.
15
all, one apiece. First set to Agassi. Very close tie break.
Chance for Aynaoui here early in this second set. Only one break point there's been in the match so far. The break point also, of course, happened to be a set point.
At 4-5, yeah. 30 all now. Aynaoui's got he's a tall man, got a long reach.
30 all. Under pressure again. I mean, every point just better than the previous one. Agassi's setting it up. No mistakes being made. It's like you're watching and you're saying, okay, the perfect shot would be this, and then it comes up, and the perfect play on this big point would be this, and then that happens. How about a little mix-up on the second serve? Okay, then we see that. We got it all, Cliff.
Aynaoui showing his personality here to the fans of the NASDAQ 100 Open in Miami. It's 2-1. Agassi in the second.
And it's great to see them out here. They come in the locker room towards the end of the first week and with the players. And players, these players, they're all players. Aynaoui misfiring on that swinging volley.
15 all in this game. It's 2-1 to Agassi. He won the first in a close tiebreak.
Tell you what, Cliff, we see all those good stuff out there for lunch and whatnot and all the food courts, but no one's leaving. Nobody's leaving this match. First serve there from Aynaoui. Crowd here just riveted by this quarterfinal encounter. The last of the men's quarterfinals. What a women's final set up for tomorrow with Serena Williams and Jennifer Capriati. The men's semifinal tonight, we'll have that for you live at 7. Moya Srishapan. The winner of this takes on Albert Costa, Spaniard, another Spaniard in the semis. Major rain the end of yesterday and last night. This match was supposed to be played last night, this quarterfinal.
Boy, closes in well. So quickly, Agassi. That's, again, just a strategic genius from him. See the opportunity and go for it.
And that's the antennas being up, Cliff. As soon as he sees that Aynaoui is at the full stretch, he quickly looks to move forward. Knock off that volley into the open court. Look at that for Agassi. 13 out of 14 up at the net. Still looking for his first break point, the American. Here it is. Just starting to up the ante, Agassi.
Look out, and Agassi with a break point, and nobody in the stadium doesn't feel like one break here could be telling for either player. Look at how few chances they've had.
Agassi Agassi, look, he was leaning, looking for that one up the middle. He's starting to read the Aynaoui serve. They'll do more with the return at this level, the way these guys are playing. Too short, and Aynaoui picks the spot. Preparation. It's his 9th forehand winner.
From break point to game point, Aynaoui.
Fourth double fault for Aynaoui, but he's hit 2 in this game. Just sense that Agassi's starting to put a little more pressure on him. Oh, he had to get down low for that. The big guy. Watch what Aynaoui does. He's about 6'3". He has to get way down with the front knee. This. And the back knee as well. Wow. That's well done.
Yeah. It's pretty good to be able to maintain that good a balance.
Yes. Talk about balance. Agassi at 5'11". Perfect build for his type of game. Relentless backcourt pressure, balance. He controls that two-hander beautifully up the line. We thought it was going to be the big, tall guys that were going to start dominating men's tennis, but we've really seen that not materialize. The Aynaoui up there, but the guys in the top 10 are, generally speaking, Cliff, more the counter-punching types.
Like Leighton Hewitt, but Aynaoui, Patrick, just, I mean, I know you are in awe of his game, as am I, because his variety of shot is just spectacular. He's so mature as a player. He just feels his way into a match. Here, it's 2 games apiece in the second set.
Everybody come over there for a little dinner last week, invited us all. It was very nice. Great hospitality.
Good man.
By the way, Agassi looking for his 3rd in a row here. South Hanica looking for her 3rd straight. Kraft. Oh, now we're using that big forehand again, that 1-2 punch.
Trouble in his last serve game now. 15, and Agassi levels at 50 more. Again, Patrick, this is just, I think we've got to, and it sounds like a broken record, but you look at the winners and unforced errors, it's such a hugely high-quality match. 13 unforced errors, Aynaoui against 24 winners for him. Only 7 unforced errors from Agassi in the match. Seven unforced errors in 17 games. They're low.
Obviously not happy with the call on the baseline, but I think that ball was on the line. This one right here. See if we can get a look at it. I thought that caught the line myself. We're behind the ball. But, no major argument from Andre. 15-30. Oh, missed it. Yep, he missed it. Agassi didn't like that call, but I think it was the right one. Take a look. Yep, definitely. Just wide, so 2 break points for Aynaoui. He's had 1 so far. No conversions yet.
Saves one with a clean ace. Break point 2 coming up in this game. Birds flying over here.
Wow.
Big ones too, a flock of them. So Agassi.
There they go. Beautiful sight, actually.
Yeah.
It's going to go wide. Oh. One of the rare bad hits in this match, and coming at a terrible time for Aynaoui at break point. And another big serve. That one, Agassi's now fastest serve of the day at 122. Look at that confidence in that serve. At 1540, hits it at 120 up the middle. Like he's serving that speed consistently. He just sort of pulls that out when he needs it.
That one sails wide. Uncommon, unforced error for this match. 3-2. Agassi in front. He struggled in that game. So this has become a battle royal. It is interesting to speculate about who can overtake this man. Leighton Hewitt, #1 in the world. Could it be Carlos Moya? He's certainly in there with a shot as well as he's playing. Roger Federer had a very good start to this year as well.
How about this guy? Andre Agassi.
Some things go without saying.
Leighton Hewitt currently occupying that #1 spot. He's been there in the last 2 years. Year-end rankings. Agassi had a chance at the end of last year to overtake Hewitt. Certainly winning the Australian this year gives Agassi sort of an early heads up on this year's race. Still in the entry system position ranking, still Hewitt is at #1. Here are the race standings, which are just this calendar year, starting January 1. Agassi's first, thanks to that win in Australia. Schuttler, he's at #2. I don't expect that to stay. I expect him to stay up there. Federer at 3. Hewitt making a move with his win at the Pacific Life. Roddick, who struggled since the Australian. Aynaoui, though, at #9. So a good start to the year for him.
It's a race this year to Houston, Texas. The Westside Tennis Club hosting the year-ending championship, the Tennis Masters Cup. Aynaoui, 2-3. 40-15.
Agassi in excellent position there. Just making sure with that volley. Plus, he doesn't mind making Aynaoui have to run a little bit extra.
Fatigue, though, apparently not a factor. I don't know, Patrick. Remember how those 2 back-to-back matches he played down in Australia? He was in it until the end.
He sure was.
And point Aynaoui.
5 hours worth against Roddick. Both players could barely stand for the last hour. There's a certain fatigue that sets in when you play Agassi, Cliff, that you know about in 59-2 in the last 2 years after winning the first set, and that's not a coincidence.
You've talked about it a lot, Patrick.
The Punisher.
Yep, it's true.
Makes you work so hard every point.
Deuce.
It's not necessarily the length of the time you're out there when you play Agassi. It's the amount of work you put in each point that wears you out.
Break point. Jimmy Connors was the Punisher of out here. You saw that a few times, didn't you?
Thanks for reminding me.
Break.
That's the love I had against him, right? You're going to remind me of that?
No, I
US
wasn't going to
Open?
bring it up. You did. This is a break point.
There it is.
Breaker serve to Agassi, 4-2, second set, first set and tiebreak.
Steffi applauding the first break of the match.
Live coverage, Younes and Andre Agassi in the quarterfinal of the men's singles. This is the NASDAQ 100 Open. Cliff Drysdale, Patrick McEnroe alongside. Brilliant tennis so far. Tiebreak, first set to Andre Agassi. Second set, 4-2. Agassi just broke.
Unforced errors have started to come from Aynaoui. 11 in this set. Only had 7 in the entire first set. Agassi, meanwhile, has cut down on the unforced errors. Only 3. Now he's just picking his spots. He knows he's got his man on the ropes. He continues to fire body blows.
Albert Costa of Spain over Federer earlier today. The match finished. Costa is waiting for the winner of this one.
Agassi just has been playing his first serve relatively safely. We've seen him throw in some of those big serves basically when he's been down, but he's served at 70% for the match to keep Aynaoui away from that type of play. Attacking the second serve, and it's worked. Oh, yes. 2 second serves, and Aynaoui able to pounce on this one again with the forehand, and keeping Agassi on the move. Finishes with his favorite inside outer. 30 all.
I mean, that is real genius, isn't it? He comes in, he challenges Agassi. He's just been broken. And Patrick, you were just saying moments ago, like he's got his man on the ropes, and Aynaoui says, whoa, wait a minute.
Oh, what 3 remarkable points in a row from Aynaoui.
Great point.
Oh, he's got it! Oh!
Extraordinary stuff from Younes, and he has broken back in the second set. He'll serve at 3-4 when we come back. Quarterfinal of the men's singles, Andre Agassi in the last point. Looked like he had this game won, and then 4 in a row, including this last point from Aynaoui, P-Mac.
Well, I mean, just the shot making from Aynaoui in the 4 straight was unreal. I mean, that time with the topspin lob and attacking the second serve of Agassi twice in a row. The dropper. And then the topper. All of a sudden, Agassi, I mean, at 4-2, 30 love, getting the first break. Looking like the match is just about over. Now he's got to regroup. He's got to go back to work. As Gil Reyes is training, which they got to put the hard hat on. Got to go to work. 26 there from Aynaoui's. You know that he can use his energy and momentum to get himself going. Plays on emotion.
Yes. Yes, yes.
Love that if you're Aynaoui. You bust your butt to get back on serve, and then a couple of cheap points off second serves in this game.
Game point. Agassi says anything you can do. A little bit of change of pace there as well.
Flattens this one out up the line. A little bit of spin on it. He plays drop volley there.
Aynaoui on the wrong side.
It's relaxed out there.
Yep.
Oh man, how about that play? Well, old school there, Cliff.
Yeah, but it's becoming fashionable again because of Aynaoui, 4 games apiece.
This is the old school right there, the slice forehand approach. And then the high dropper. I've seen that slice forehand too often. Maybe when our compadre Pam Shriver played, we saw quite a few of them.
Behind the baseline, backs up.
Are you kidding me?
Another look.
I mean, to hit this one down the line, 99 times out of 100, you spin this thing cross court. Talk about feeling it.
Love 15. The pressure now is squarely on Andre Agassi. How many points has he won since he had 30 love in his last serve game, having just broken momentum entirely on his side? Trying desperately to break the momentum. 15-30 now.
Hustle from Aynaoui just to keep himself in the point, but Agassi there knocked the volley off. Look how quickly he gets in. Reacts. The quicker you get in, the easier that volley is going to be. Look out, that's in. Oh, that was well inside the line. Agassi can't believe it.
Once a call, he's not going to get it.
I saw that ball perfectly from where I was, and that thing was inside the line. Look at this. Yep. Inside. Agassi more wishful thinking there, wishful hoping. Aynaoui's on fire right now.
Break points for Aynaoui.
It's a double.
Well, who'd have believed that? Agassi gets the break in the second set and then gets broken twice. Aynaoui for the set to level when we come back. At the NASDAQ 100 Open this afternoon, we have been treated to some serious tennis and some serious emotion from Aynaoui. And, you know, he'll show you exactly how he feels, and this crowd responds so well. They do everywhere to his joy.
Look at this, serving for the set now. He's won 39 of 48 points when he gets that first serve in. And there's another one. This has been just an unbelievable turnaround here. At 4-2 30 love Agassi. Look at this match differential. This is just too good. I haven't seen numbers like that, Cliff, since you. Oh, he's got it. Since the Aynaoui Roddick match.
I was just going to say, you were going to say since Australia, and I was going to say who was playing in it.
Look at this stuff. Agassi quickly moving forward. He has only a slither to work with, and he finds it.
15-all.
Oh, yes.
Agassi had a lot to work with there because of the net cord, but didn't do much with it.
Might be just a little gun shy now, Agassi. Well, now 2 points from evening this at a set apiece. Defense from Agassi. Oh, and now he just launched this forehand right here. And look how Agassi controls and spinning away. And now he has to track it down. He's going to take plenty of time as he goes to the towel, inspect those balls for a while, milk it, trying to catch his breath.
30-all, 2 points away from the set. Crowd don't realize that the ball was called wide. Doesn't matter. Agassi got it anyway. This is a break point for Agassi.
Thank you.
Missing it there from Agassi cost him there. He had an open court for that two-hander. Playing a little tentatively, Patrick, at this point is Agassi.
Yeah, but that forehand had a lot of pace on it, Cliff. It wasn't that tough to control. Oh, and now he launching himself into that forehand. 12 brings Aynaoui to set point. Look at this. 36 total winners for Aynaoui. Most of the damage with that big forehand. Missed it.
It's out. Set to Aynaoui. Third set's going to decide who plays Albert Costa in the semi-finals here at the NASDAQ 100 Open. We're live. Agassi in action. And the brilliance of Younes Aynaoui of Morocco. Glimpse eye view of this NASDAQ 100 Open Stadium court. Younes Aynaoui has won the second set from Agassi after Agassi got out. A great start.
Well, Agassi looking like he was in control, up 4-2, 30 love. With shots like that, looked like this thing was going to be over. But the old rockin' Moroccan had a little bit left, didn't he? A few tricks. Look at this was one of them. What a topspin lob. That was the break back. Oh, now he breaks again. Absolutely remarkable shot making from Aynaoui. Agassi on his heels, on the run, on the defensive. And watch this overhead. This is confidence. Down the line for the winner. And as we talked about, Cliff, this guy plays with some momentum and 4 straight games to end that second set, to take this to a third.
First point, third set, an ace to Agassi, and then the approach from the rockin' Moroccan, as you say. It's 30 love to Agassi, first point. First game, I mean. 40 love now.
123 for Agassi. That's his fastest of the day. Fifth ace. Including 2 in this opening game.
Agassi wins the first game. Well, the third, he has a look at your statistics for the second set.
Well, early on in that second set, Aynaoui was in the negative department, winners to unforced, and look how he turned it around. Ended up with 7 more winners. Halfway through, he had more errors. So he just caught fire his last 4 games. Agassi, nothing really wrong with the set he played in the stats, but he definitely got a little bit rattled at the end of that set. What a crowd here. What a match.
Behind that stadium complex is the water, the blue, clean, clear waters. Biscayne Bay. Agassi here leading 1 game to love in the third. Albert Costa over Roger Federer early today in a match that was unfinished because of rain yesterday. High break in the third, so Costa waits for the winner of this match.
Sun is behind the clouds now, so it's really perfect conditions out there, and players been out there an hour 45. That'd be a welcome respite for these 2 guys. Played a great match in Cincinnati last year in the opening round at the Tennis Masters Series event there, which Agassi won 6-4 in the third.
Aynaoui says that he usually starts the year well because he does a lot of off-season practice. Like he says, I stop for 2 weeks and I do a full 5 weeks of practice. I like to practice, not boring for me. Go to the gym every day, 3 or 4 hours. So that he starts pretty early in the morning. So that training now, giving him the reserves for what he did down in Australia, what he's trying to accomplish here. Quarterfinal, men's singles, NASDAQ 100 Open.
And Agassi wrong-footed there. Younes Aynaoui, of course, from Morocco, spent a lot of time in France. He's a pretty well-versed guy, Cliff. Here are the languages he speaks: Arabic, English, French, Spanish, Portuguese, and Italian. Suffice to say, he can get around the world a little bit, pretty comfortable.
He's a big fan of motorbikes as well, P-Mac. Now he likes to do jet skiing. But he figures the motorbikes are too dangerous. He had an accident on one of them. He's got 5 of them in his garage. Agassi will serve at 1 apiece. So interesting the way this has turned out. Brilliant play, first set. Goes all the way down to the wire. Tie break. Close tie break won by Agassi. Then he gets the break in the second, 4-2 up. Looks for all the world like this is it. Then a huge comeback by Aynaoui. Huge. And now it's wide open. And they've both been here before. They know exactly what's at stake. They know exactly what they have to do. And you either have got the mental stamina and fortitude or you don't.
Not to mention the physical, which I think could become a factor. Agassi, talk about his fitness routine, his regimen. He's in unbelievable shape all year, not just at the beginning of the year. Obviously, he plays a lot more matches, usually week in, week out, than Aynaoui. Younes, the way he's playing now, is going deep pretty consistently in some of these big events. That's pretty even. 83 apiece.
Aynaoui won 3 tournaments last year. Agassi's won 2 already this year, including the Oz Open. Aynaoui, first point to him. 2-1. Agassi leading Maron serve in the third. Excuse me, it's love 15. And now 15 all.
Shots. He is exhausted right now, Aynaoui. I love this one. The next one coming up here is good stab. Watch him in position, just sort of flex at this. Agassi just continuing to make him run. And the Aynaoui, because of exhaustion, going for the winner.
15-30.
How quickly can he recover?
At 1-2 third set. Big point.
Wow, recovered pretty well.
That is 13 aces for Aynaoui.
if you notice there, Cliff, he's starting to move around and run around the forehand on this one, but he's a little fatigued now. So he couldn't quite get over there. And Agassi took advantage of that short ball. The backhand just does not have the penetration.
I think the Punisher's game's beginning to take its toll.
Could be.
Find out, break point. That was not your high percentage play from Aynaoui against the speedy Agassi, and Agassi gets the first break of the third, 3-1, and Aynaoui's hands are on his hips now. And he is bent over, as you can see. Yes, he's tiring.
Yeah. See, Agassi doesn't have to spend that extra energy to run around to hit either side, because he can do the damage off both wings. So when you get to late in the match, he's conserved more energy. He doesn't have to move as much as Aynaoui has to play his game.
Now, Patrick, we've talked about this a lot, and it's worth repeating what you've said. You know, when you used to practice with Agassi yourself, you know, if a 30-minute practice with him is like an hour and a half with anybody else, and that translates itself into a match like this. It clearly does. It has been true for a long time. Let's see. And Agassi knows it, by the way.
Yep.
He talked to him after the match. He said, yeah, I was wearing him down. I knew it.
That's why he's become such a more complete strategist out there, because he doesn't go for the winners quickly. He's cut down on the unforced errors. By the way, Cliff, so far in just about to be 5 games, 0 unforced errors for Agassi in this set. And that's his 3rd ace of the set, 6th overall.
40-love, 3-1.
It's a way to answer what Aynaoui did at the end of the second with his run of 4 straight games. Look at that. Oh boy.
Baseline. 4-1. Agassi in front. Live. NASDAQ 100 Open. Live coverage of the NASDAQ 100 Open. I know that you are having a great afternoon, and I hope the guys up in the blimp are enjoying it as much as we are. Aerial views courtesy of the Goodyear Tire and Rubber Company. Stars and Stripes, 77-year tradition. Aerial ambassador, an icon of this 102-year-old company. Big thanks, guys. We love it when you're around. We love the shots that we are able to bring you of Miami, Key Biscayne, South Florida, and this great tennis match between, and it is a great tennis match. This was just a throwaway line. This is Younes, Aynaoui, Andre Agassi, 4-1, Agassi, 3rd set.
Oh boy. You're not suggesting that some of your lines are throwaways, are you, Cliff?
Sometimes.
Aynaoui trying to finish the points quickly. Agassi stepping up inside the court. Look at that. Take that ball early. Not only does he catch it as it's a little bit higher, but he also takes the time away from his opponent by doing that.
Tell you what, for win or lose this match, it's showtime with Aynaoui. He is great for the game. And Patrick, we've seen how people respond to him here lately.
Let's see if he's got one more push left in that body of his.
15 all.
You know, if he does, he's going to try. I'm not sure that he's got it in him. Agassi looking to get the insurance break here 15-30 at 1-4.
He'll be tired, but the genius of his stroke production doesn't tire. Look.
And that serve helps out because it gives them the ability to finish the point quickly.
This is not a game that was manufactured. This was not a coach's game that was built of Aynaoui. There's too much improvisation. Sheer natural talent, but it is Agassi who's now on the brink. 30-40 for one Agassi third set. Albert Costa of Spain waiting for the winner of this match. He beat Roger Federer, tiebreak third set. Don't forget tonight, live coverage, Moya Shrishapan.
The legs are given out for Aynaoui. 2 straight double faults.
5-1 Agassi.
We're the men's quarterfinal today. We've had some just thrillers. Moy over Ginepri, tiebreak in the third. Shrishapan over Martin, 5 in the third. Costa over Federer, 6 in the third. 134 total games now as Agassi leads 5-1.
Strategic play there from Aynaoui. It also gets the point over quickly for him.
Yeah,
mercifully.
Yeah, exactly. He doesn't want to have to run side to side anymore. Agassi has just beaten him down. Oh, a little showtime.
Running bowler forehand.
Saw him serving volley in that last game against Philippoussis. Shot he's made famous. A swinging forehand volley.
That time on the move.
Perfection this final set from Agassi. Absolute perfection.
Match points.
Oh yeah, why not? Why not?
He'll go out and take the bow. Does that every time. But I will say this, that this crowd have seen something probably more brilliant than any other match I've seen played here on this court.
I think Aynaoui should go out there and take a bow or two as well for his effort. He ran out of steam, but Agassi absolutely perfect. 0 errors in that final set for Andre. As you know, the way he came back after losing that 4 straight games in the second, so now it sets up Agassi against Albert Costa. I don't see how Costa can really give Agassi too many problems in that one. It's a good matchup for Agassi. And then Moya Shrishapan, that should be a great one. We'll have that live tonight at 7 o'clock on ESPN2.
We'll have a talk with Andre Agassi when we come back. It's break time from this live coverage of the NASDAQ 100 Open. Agassi's in the semis. She wins in 3 sets. Had a set and a break in the second, and then Younes Aynaoui of Morocco came back, won that one. Agassi wins it easily in the third. Andre, first of all, congratulations. I guess you now understand a little bit about Aynaoui's game, because there was some very good stuff there today from Aynaoui and yourself.
Yeah, I thought it was a pretty high standard match. You know, I mean, Younes is a guy that if he's serving well and hitting his forehand, I mean, he's just so tough to get on top of the point with. But once I was in the point, I felt comfortable that I could sort of play the point on my terms. But he was going through some good streaks where, you know, he's serving well, and you just have a hard time even getting into the point.
Well, the numbers say, Andre, that it was an incredibly high level. You had 37 winners, only 11 unforced errors, 0 in the third. What was amazing to me was how you turned it around, because you lost 4 straight games in the second. How do you get yourself mentally ready to play that third?
Well, I think experience, really. I mean, you know, while I was disappointed serving 4-2 30 love, I had to give him credit for playing some incredible tennis to turn that second set around. And you know, the match is tied up, so you're going into the third, and I'm thinking to myself, I do not want to go home tonight feeling like just because I lost a few games in the second, I threw away the match. So I dug down and I made him hit some shots, and I think maybe the edge came off his game. He was getting a little late on his forehands, missing a few more first serves and giving me a look.
There were a lot of highlights, Andre. If you could look at your monitor down there, let's address a few of them in this match. This was in the earlier stage.
Hate it when he does that.
You know, I was interested by the way you changed your positioning a little bit off his first serve, Andre. You started coming in real close a couple times.
Yeah, well, again, you know, with Younes, he likes to get in a rhythm. He likes to get in a rhythm with how, with the pace of his serve and also the, you know, the direction. So
here's when he made that move in the second set. That's just too good there. He's a real emotional player too, and you could feel that with his momentum.
Oh, no question about it. I mean, he's truly one of the great ones for the game of tennis, and he's a pleasure to watch. But his backhand is a bit of a weak spot, and with my backhand, I have a lot of opportunities to sort of get there by hitting the ball either short or driving it. And again, once the point got going, I felt pretty good about it.
And how come you wait so long before you give us the serve and volley play?
Yeah, 5-1 40 love. That's about the extent of my serve volley.
What about the next round?
Well, Agassi has been playing some pretty great tennis. Obviously, last year in Paris was incredible for him, and he's coming here on the hard courts and establishing himself. He's had some great wins, and we took out a great hard court player in Federer, and I know he's playing well. I'm going to have to take the ball early, execute my game, and just make him feel like there's not much daylight.
Can you remember back to 1990, Andre? This is the first time you won this thing. You've won it 5 times. Why are you so good here?
Well, I think the elements here is elements that I'm comfortable with. You know, you have a very medium-paced hard court, which allows me to hit through the court or work with spin. You have usually windy conditions, which I enjoy playing in the wind. I mean, nobody enjoys it, but I enjoy it more than my opponents. And I think the heat also helps. I tend to control most of the rallies, and it helps me if I'm going after my opponent's legs. And so there's just a lot of elements that allow my game to really settle in nicely here.
Andre, congratulations. Well played. Good luck semi-final.
Thanks.
Well done, Andre.
Thanks, man.
Andre in the semi-final. We'll take on Albert Costa, trying to go for number 6 here at the NASDAQ 100 Open. Tremendous achievement. Back live after this break.